What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman of GBP Daily, and welcome to Rob's Table Talk. Although it's not the Packers football on the night, we've got real NFL football with the Bills and the Rams, and I am pumped for it. Might possibly be seeing the AFC Super Bowl participant on display tonight. As far as the NFC Super Bowl team, you'll have to wait till Sunday to see that squad. If you know what I'm saying, they'll be wearing a little white and gold, rhymes with backers. So you'll have to wait and see for the NFC participant. A few different notes to go over here quick before we get chatting. Alan Lazard did not practice again today, as most of you know by now. He got stepped on last week. Hasn't practiced yet this week. Rod said today we'll see where he's at tomorrow as far as him playing on Sunday, and that he does not need a lot of practice to be ready to go. So best case scenario, he practices tomorrow and can go Sunday. Worst case scenario for this week at least is that he doesn't play, which would be a pretty big disappointment in my opinion, after being named the number one receiver this offseason. So being able to go all training camp, all preseason, he's been fine. And then to get stepped on and then miss week one's practice. Disappointing, but time will tell. So we'll just have to wait and see. Some good news out of today. David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Big Bob Tunyon all practiced today, participated in team drills. So how many, if any, will we see out there on Sunday from those three guys? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'll get to them in a second. Personally, I think we'll see David and Big Bob out there. I'm not so sure about Elton. We all know he tore his ACL last year in Minnesota on their turf. Coach did say the turf is not a factor as far as deciding if they're going to play or not. We shall see, though. Let's see what's going on in the comments here. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. The purpose of why I'm here is to chat with you guys. So let's get it. Sam's right away. How many passing yards for Allen tonight? 350. Why not? 350, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Out there in LA. Let's go. Eric, I hope I'm not lagging. I'm good on my end. If anybody else thinks I'm lagging, let me know. It's Aaron. What's going on, my man? Haven't seen you for a couple days. Where you been? Z Smith being a drama queen. Yep. Yes, he is. Everybody heard the tidbits coming out yesterday. But after processing it for a little while, it's not like it rubbed me the wrong way immediately anyways, but something's got to happen to get this team and get this rivalry fired up. So if it takes Zadarius talking some smack, I'm cool with it. King AJ back in his spot. Let's go. Packers' biggest X factor against Minnesota. The offensive line for sure. That immediately comes to mind. Is David going to play? Is Elton going to play? If they both play, great. We're in a much better spot as far as matching up against those guys on the other side. Zadarius, Daniil Hunter. If they don't play, it's going to be tough sledding. And I think our group could do it, but we shall see. Biggest X factor for me is the O-line. What do you think, King AJ? Let me know. Michael on Instagram. I think people are really underestimating the state of our receiver group with the return of Tunyon. I agree, man. I think when you talk about the Packers receivers, as far as wide receivers, it's not, they don't have any names that jump off the page. People, especially Bears fans, like to call that group the worst in the league when their group is just downright bad. So, but yeah, Steno said it today. Tunyon's going to be a big part of the passing game this year, and I took him in fantasy because I knew that. So, hope he goes off. Blue over on Instagram as well. Go Pack, go. Amunez, go Packers, go. That's right, baby. Eric, Rodgers is 7-0 without Adams. Rodgers is 7-0 without Adams under LaFleur. Now, I think Rodgers is 8-2 without Adams overall, which still is great. So, yeah, we've talked about it before here. open up the passing game. He won't have that Devontae vision that people have been talking about. So let's just get it. I'm pumped for it. Ryan, who do you think will provide more as a wide receiver, Watkins, Dobbs, or Watson? Right away, Watkins. Rod has been talking him up quite a while now. He's a vet. I think him and Roger building that connection. So Sammy Watkins for sure out of those three. Dobbs, Watson, though, especially if Lazard's out, they're going to get thrown in the fire this week. And, yeah, we'll see what they can do. They got a tough test coming up against Minnesota. They got Cameron Dantzler at cornerback. They got Patrick Peterson. So, yeah, they'll be thrown in the fire there for sure. Tom, what is happening, my guy? Thanks for hopping on. I think I know why I'm lagging. There we go. There we go. Let me know how I'm doing now. Aaron, keep missing you, my brother. Hey, I don't blame you. You got a couple kiddos. Life's busy. This last week, I've kind of been all over the place as far as when I'm going live, so I'll take the blame on that one. Usually I'm in the mornings. Been busy, though, but still getting them in. Never too busy to talk some Packers with you guys. King AJ, I think we need to get both Jones and Dillon going early to slow down Hunter and Smith. I agree. I saw somebody tweeted earlier today. I hope this is what they said. I hope they run A.J. Dillon as a Darius early and often and wear him out. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with little A.J. Dillon running over Big Z. And he for sure will. Calvin, think we could definitely lose. Packers are 1.5 point favorites, but I think we probably lose, and I think that's okay. Calvin, what are you doing? Calvin. Hey, you have a right to your own opinion. I think it's wrong. And if it's right, come at me on Sunday. I'll be going live on Sunday as well. But come on, I think it's okay. We can't think it's okay to lose to the Vikes. Come on now. David, am I the only one that wants Crosby gone? Yes. No, I'm just kidding. There's a crowd out there that wants Crosby gone, but my question is, who are you going to replace him with? Ahmed? You know, he was with the CFL, did well in preseason, but I mean, if I'm taking anybody to kick a cold weather game winner, it's Mason Crosby. He's been doing it for a long time. He's the Packers' leading scorer all time, and he's good to go. So I'll take Crosby over a lot of guys. Goosey, what is up? Who's your favorite player on the Packers? Currently, man, probably Jair. I'm a defensive guy. Specifically a corner guy. I like that spot. And Jair is one of, if not the best corner in the league. He trash talks. Rasul trash talks a lot. And I like Rasul too, obviously. But Jair, he's a stud. How do you not like him? He's a little small, but he plays big. And he lets the opposing receivers know. Jonah, I live in NC. Do you know the best way to stream games without using Sunday Ticket? I don't. Unfortunately, I'm within the area here, so I never have any issues with streaming or watching the games. But there might be some things on the internet. Some ways to watch. Message me after and we can chat about it. I know some other guys have asked me before, and they found some good spots to watch it for or watch it from. All right, let's see what we got over on Facebook. John, over on Facebook, Packers 24-9. Defense makes a statement as well as special teams. Book it. Let's go, John. See, John and I are right here. John, great comment. Thank you so much. 24-9. I like that. I feel like, hold them to 3 points early on. And we're up 21-3. They score a touchdown and try to go for 2, and they don't get it because our defense is so good. And that puts them at the 9. 3 field goals. I don't know if we hold them to just field goals. I think they get the end zone at least one time. But yeah, special teams. Bisaccia said today, I think we'll be good, is what he said as far as week 1 special teams goes. I hope he's right, because if he's not, starting off the year bad on special teams, trying to build on that is just tough. So, Lorenzo, what's up, Rob? Go Pack Go! I can't wait for our young players to play hard. I'm right there with you, big man. Quay Walker, especially, I think he's the only rookie slated to start so far. Now, if Lazard doesn't go, maybe one of the young receivers gets in there. But yeah, we'll see. Speaking of that, Raj said yesterday after practice at his locker, talking about the receiver group, said there'll be about 5 receivers that will be involved in the pass game. Now, you've got to think it's Allen 1, Sammy Watkins 2, Randall Cobb 3, and that leaves 2 more spots: Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs. I would assume that's the 5 he's referencing. But my question is where's Amari Rodgers in all this? I know he was lining up in the backfield today during practice with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon and Tyler Goodson. But, man, if he's still not ready to go and is not considered in that 5, which maybe he is, but, man, I'm hoping he plays well this year. I really am. Ty, what is happening, my man? Thanks for hopping on. If Christian Watson holds his weight, him and Lazard execute them play actions, we're going to be good. I love it, Ty. Yep. We also picked up a lot of speed. Yep, you are 100% correct. Packers Access is back. Yo, what's up, Packers Access? Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. I am live every single day, Monday through Friday, just talking Packers with you guys, hanging out, chilling. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for all your comments. I love it. Rams or Bills, Packers Access. I'm going to go Bills. So that's where I'm at. I think they're a Super Bowl team. Rams are not going to be a Super Bowl team because, hey, they got to get through us, and they're not going to. I know they're the defending champs and all, but, yeah, I think they're at home, though, so it's going to be tough. But overall, I think the Bills get it done tonight. We shall see. Who knows? It's week 1. Anything can happen. Calvin, it's okay to lose to the Vikes week 1. We'll be there at the end. This team should be a lot better in week 17 than week 1. I hear you. We saw last year how little week 1 impacted our season. We had the 1 seed locked up even before the last week of the season. Obviously, starters played half that game against the Lions, not even. And yeah, week 1. I mean, this one counts a little more though. Division game. Vikes starting off 1-0. We're starting off 0-1. I don't like that. So let's start off 2-0. Also 2-0 in the division. And let's just knock off the Vikes and the Bears right away. You know, I don't want to hear the Vikings talking during the season, beginning of the season. It's just annoying. Mark, over on Facebook, let's go. Hey, Rob, can't wait till Sunday/Monday in Australia. Sitting here waiting for the season to kick off. Cheers. Mark, cheers to you, buddy. Over and all the way in Australia and watching the chat. I really appreciate you hopping on. So will the game be on like at 11 Sunday night, or it'll be on? What time is the game on for you, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Let me know, Mark. I'm interested to know. Mitch, week 1 Lazard prediction. Also, will he even play? And see, that's the thing. Will he play? I said it earlier. It's a massive disappointment that he's not even practicing. He was fine all training camp, looked good, caught everything coming his way. He was getting open. And now week 1 practice rolls around, and he's not even practicing because he got stepped on, which that's tough. Hope he goes out there and plays. And if he does play, I'll take a quick, 6-7 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. I'll take that. Dylan, my guy, what's happening, my man? Good to see you back. I think I might have missed you yesterday. What's up with that? Come on, bro. I'm counting on you. Mark, 3 a.m. Monday morning. Are you staying up for it, or are you going to bed early and then getting up for it? If it were me, I'd probably go to bed early and then get up for it. However, if you wanted to watch the noon games, you'd have to stay up. So, Mitch and Mars, for those of you guys asking how to watch the game, if without NFL Sunday Ticket, Mitch and Mars are in the chat with some help. Brett, what's happening over on Instagram? Score prediction for Sunday versus the Vikings. I've been asked this quite a bit. I was watching my buddy Matt Ramage and Ben, the Green Bay guy, last night doing their thing over on the Matt Ramage show. And Ben said he doesn't give predictions as far as score predictions, which, hey, to each their own. But I will. I'm going to go 27-13 Packers. I think, we'll be up 17-10 the majority of the game, maybe score, a late touchdown, late field goal in the end. And, yeah, I think our defense shows out, just like my buddy Lorenzo said earlier. My buddy John said earlier. So defense is going to show up on Sunday. It's one of the more confident feelings I've had about this group in a while. Hopefully I'm right. But just a heads up, last year I predicted the Saints to win like 35-17, which we all know how that turned out. So it's Aaron. What games are you going to? I'm going to see them in Tampa. We'll have a blast, Aaron. For sure right now, going to the Patriots game on October 2nd. My birthday is October 1st. Going to celebrate it up there in Green Bay. I watched them getting a dub against Belichick and the boys. Outside of that, I was in Green Bay twice last month. Was there in June. It's a 5-hour drive for me, so I think we'll probably just go to one. I got a 1-year-old now, so it's a little more difficult making the jaunts up there. But we'll be up there October 2nd for sure. And then if they have a home playoff game, probably try to make it to that too. So speaking of that, last year we had the hotel tickets all planned out for the NFC title game. And, yeah, didn't happen. We all know why. Special teams. Flux, Fusion, Go Pack, Go. Way to be in here, Flux. I've said it quite a few times this first few weeks. Those of you watching and chatting in, you guys are ingraining yourselves as the OGs of Rob's Table Talk. This is going to go on for a long time. And if you're here early, I appreciate you. I'll reward you in some sort of way down the line. I don't know exactly how yet, whether it's some private chats or whatever. We can chat some football. I can have some guys on the show. Why not? So, Airby, where do you get your signed jerseys? Well, in my own collection, I just collect things that I've gotten signed personally. So the ones behind me. So like, for example, I went to a Brett Favre signing in March and had him sign a jersey. The picture under the jersey is a photo of him signing it, me and him there at the table. Crosby jersey was fun. That happened before the Lions game last year. Had it hanging over in the end zone, and he came over before going back in for warmups, signed it for me. And the picture under that one is the same thing. Me and Crosby sitting there getting it signed. AJ Dillon was a more recent one. This happened 3 weeks ago in training camp. Had it out. He was on his way back from practice, and he stopped over and signed it. And then same with the Alan Lazard as well. I went to a signing of his in Des Moines, Iowa, and yeah, had him sign it. And for those of you on stream or on YouTube and Facebook, same deal with the Devontae Adams one. That happened as well before the Monday night game last year against the Lions. Had it hanging over the end zone. He came over randomly. I was actually wearing it. Wasn't expecting to get him to sign it. And he came over, started signing a couple things. I took it off, hung it down, and boom. So, yeah, he signed it for me, and it was perfect. So, thank you for the question. King AJ, we need a return specialist. I could be wrong, but I think our last punt return touchdown was by Micah Hyde. I believe it was. And Micah Hyde, man, bringing up that name just hurts because I loved watching him play. He was great. And apparently the Packers never even called him. They just kind of let him go. Never even offered him, never anything. And now he's been with the Bills wrecking shop. So good for him. Good for him. Ty, you can train skills, but you cannot train speed. And we have all of that. Plus, Rodgers can beat our receivers, and he's going to dot them every time. You are completely correct, Ty. Once again, he will dot them every time. And I saw a list of the top 10 most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL, and the list did not include Aaron Rodgers. It did not include Tom Brady, which Aaron Rodgers is arguably the most accurate quarterback of all time. He probably is. You hear players talking about, how he puts the ball in just the exact spot that it needs to be. And I don't know who made that list. I don't want to give it any more pub. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So what do we got? Mark, again, not sure if you've already mentioned it, but how do you think our special teams and D will go this year? Always been our Achilles heel. Yeah, well, Mark, you must have watched that 49ers game last year in the playoffs because, yes, the special teams was our Achilles heel. Defense, on the other hand, played their butts off. This year, though, Rich Bisaccia in the house. They hired a couple extra special teams coordinators or special teams assistants, which they haven't done before. So far in training camp, though, it's looked bad. And I hope that's just because we haven't had all of our starters in there or the starters that will play on special teams. But it's got to be better. So top 25, and I'd be happy. Defense, though, top 10, has the potential to be top 5. And we will see on that. Roberto! I love that name. My name's Robert. Go Pack, go. Love the name, my guy. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. What else we got? Air B, sweet man. I'm hoping to get some signed jerseys someday. Hey, it's a patient. You must be patient, as I learned, and not every time that you ask somebody to sign it, they're not going to sign it every time. So, but I've had some fun doing it. I love it. Where do you find out about the signings? Go to Man Cave Collections on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you'll be aware of the signings. I was just at a Randall Cobb signing, Eric Stokes signing, and Devontae Wyatt signing up in Green Bay a couple weeks ago. They've got a lot of signings happening up in the Appleton area, usually at the In the Game store location in the Fox River Mall there in Appleton. They just had Christian Watson and Quay Walker on August 30th, I believe. So check out Man Cave Collections on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They'll get you right. Struggle. How do you think we're going to do this year? First time since 2013 without Davante Adams. Hey, we're going to be just fine. I promise you. We might not have that go-to guy, but we're going to have a lot of 4 or 5 dudes that we can go to. So we'll go 13-3 again this season. Well, struggle. Unfortunately, we cannot go 13-3. We can go 13-4. We can go 14-3 because, as I myself forget sometimes, we're playing 17 games. So 14-3. I'll assume it. A lot of Davante Adams questions in here. I don't have any thoughts on him, unfortunately. Loved watching him play. One of my most favorite players to watch in a Green Bay uniform, but unfortunately he's not on our team anymore. And ultimately, it sounds like from the reporting around the whole thing, he chose to leave. So it's just a bummer. That's all I'll say about that. Wagner, is Lazard playing Sunday? What's the impact if he doesn't? Well, as of right now, he has not practiced this week. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, I would assume that he is not playing. But I think we'll have a better idea tomorrow. We'll hear Coach talk again. We'll see if he's practiced. And if he doesn't practice, I would bet that he probably will not be playing, which would be a massive bummer. What's the impact if he doesn't? Next guy up. It's Lazard, Cobb, Watkins, Romeo, Christian Watson, Amari Rodgers. If Lazard doesn't play and Tunyon plays, then I think that blow will be lessened a little bit. But, yeah, let's just hope he plays, though, right? Get him back to practice tomorrow. I did see the reporters talking about today, the ones that were at practice, saying Allen was running around, crisp, looking good. So he just hasn't, as far as in the rehab group, wasn't practicing with the team, obviously, didn't practice. But he looked good on the side. So, Matt, and this is the perfect one to end it on. Big week 1 Cobby game inbound. Book it. Yes, sir. We're going to see a little bit of something like we did with the Rams last year, with the Steelers last year. A couple touchdowns, a couple clutch third down conversions from Raj to Cobby. So, love it. Mark, got to do some work. Great show. Cheers from OZ, and go Pack go, Mark. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it a day. Call it an evening, depending on where you're watching from, for Rob's Table Talk. Another great chat in the books. As I said earlier, I'll be going live every single day, Monday through Friday, just to talk it up with you guys. So if it's something you enjoy as well, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find it in the Instagram links. You can find it in the Twitter bio. You can find it just about anywhere. Excuse me. I'll greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at Rob Westerman 3 or at GBP Daily. Shoot me a message. Shoot me a tweet. I'm always down to talk Packers anytime, any day. Thank you guys again for joining, and I will catch you later.